Hi there everybody, welcome to the vlog. I am stoked today because Kiss announced the release of the second installment in their Off The Soundboard sort of official bootleg series. I bought the Tokyo 2001 album when it came out, and I was thrilled with it. This album sounds great, of course, from the short-lived Eric Singer, Ace Frehley lineup. I love it. My only complaint with it was that I thought they could have been a little bit more clever with the packaging. I thought it was a little bit lazy on the design. I understand what they're going for. I do. They're going for that sort of bootleg feel to it. And it's a super minor complaint. In the end, all we care about is the music, and it sounds amazing. And yes, I was expecting to have to wait a few more months to get an announcement of the second part of this series. I assumed it would be like an annual thing at most, and it looks like it's going to be more than that, because of course this one came out last summer, and this one's going to come out, what's the date? I believe it's March 22nd. Yes, March 11th, excuse me. March 11th, they're going to put out the second one, and drumroll please. You guys probably know this already. It's Virginia Beach, July 25th, 2004, on their Rock the Nation tour. Now, I'll admit, I was super excited to see what they'd pull out next. I was wondering if they'd go a little bit older or if they'd stick with 21st century recordings. Obviously, they're sticking with 21st century recordings. But yeah, I'll admit I was a little bit disappointed. Disappointed just maybe is not the right word, but it wasn't, for some reason I wasn't as excited to hear that it was going to be this concert, and I think the reason for that is that we already kind of have access to really good soundboard recordings of this and every show on the Rock the Nation tour. All that had previously been available to collectors, to my knowledge, from Tokyo 2001 was that Pro Shot video, but it was from the the internet live stream from back in 2001, and the quality was a little shaky, so it was really amazing for me to hear this. But yeah, on the Rock the Nation tour, they made those instant live type CDs for every show on that tour. So while I think those original CDs are getting harder to find, I mean, they only made so many of them at the time. At least the audio, the high quality soundboard audio from those shows does exist, and you can find them. But it will be nice to be able to actually add one of these Rock the Nation shows to my collection on vinyl, particularly because one cool thing about the Rock the Nation tour is that the set lists were really interesting. Of course, this was the first tour with Eric Singer and Tommy Thayer together, and I think they really wanted to show off that this lineup was a little bit more capable of diving into all eras of the band's back catalog than necessarily the originals, I suppose. And yeah, a really varied set list here when I look at it. This was, of course, one of the shows that Kiss filmed for the Rock the Nation Live DVD set. I'm trusting here, of course it's called Off The Soundboard, so I'm sure they'll do it. I'm trusting that this set is not going to be touched up in any way. I know, of course, the performances for the Rock the Nation DVD had, I think, a little bit of after-the-fact doctoring, as is pretty normal for DVD releases, especially from Kiss, but I'm trusting that this will be just the recording of the show. I'm sure it will be. But yeah, as we look through the song list, I'm just going to go through the song list of what's going to be on this. You got Love Gun, Deuce. Love Gun is an interesting set opener. Kiss didn't use that as an opener much. They did on the I believe it was the Crazy Nights tour, and then again here on the Rock the Nation tour, and it was cool. Deuce, I always love Deuce in that second slot. Even more so necessarily than it as an opener, although it's a legendary set opener for them. Makin' Love, I think this was the last full tour Kiss has done to this date that featured Makin' Love at most shows. Look It Up. Christine 16, great song. Tears Are Falling. Kiss did a really interesting version of She on this tour, which included a short but still cool Tommy Thayer guitar solo, where he's basically mimicking Ace's Alive solo, but it is cool to see. Oh yeah, they did Got to Choose, of course. I Love It Loud. I Want You. I really like the way Kiss played I Want You on the World Domination and then Rock the Nation tour as well. I really liked the way it sounded in the 2000s. Psycho Circus, of course, still in their set at this point. King of the Nighttime World. That could be a 1-2 punch to open a set. Starting off disc 2 of the CD version. It'll be split into 3 LPs. But yeah, Psycho Circus, King of the Nighttime World, that start off the second disc would be a great way to start a show, period. Oh yeah, War Machine. War Machine, I almost forgot that was his fire-breathing song. I think this was the first tour where he breathed fire during War Machine, or did he do that in the Revenge era as well? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Unholy is the song that I almost forgot they had done on the Rock the Nation tour. Man, it was so cool to see them bring that back. Of course, I think the Rock the Nation tour was the only tour they played Unholy after the Revenge lineup was done, and that was his that was Gene's bass solo blood spitting song on this tour, if I recall. Oh, and I totally skipped over 100,000 Years, which is great. And then you get some hits to close out the show, of course. Shout It Out Loud, I Was Made for Loving You, Detroit Rock City, God Gave Rock and Roll to You. I always like seeing the Eric and Tommy lineup do God Gave Rock and Roll to You. I mean, of course, cool to see both Unholy and God Gave Rock and Roll to You, as of course this lineup has 3/4 of the original Revenge lineup, and then as usual ending with Rock and Roll All Night. So even though at first glance I was like, we already have all the soundboard recordings of the Rock the Nation tour, it's still going to be a really cool song list. It's going to be a cool bootleg. I'll probably wind up picking this up as well, and I'll probably wind up collecting all of these. I know Kiss gets sort of a bad reputation sometimes for issuing too much product, but this is right up my alley. This Off the Soundboard series is something I'm really stoked about. I'm not one to collect memorabilia. I'm not one to collect like the toys. I shouldn't say toys, the action figures and the knickknacks and this and that. But what I absolutely collect is any music or DVDs that they put out. And so, yeah, I'm going to keep collecting this series, and I'll probably give you guys a review once it comes out. I can't decide if I'm going to pre-order it. I may do that, but yeah, let me know how you guys are feeling about this release, about the choice of doing Virginia Beach 2004. This just came out today. I haven't really been out on the message boards looking at the fan reaction yet, but yeah, definitely let me know in the comments. It should be very cool. I'm excited to check this out, and thank you so much for watching. On my channel here, I do rock and roll history videos every Friday. I also do just historical sites in and around southwestern British Columbia here, and of course rock news as it happens. Kiss is my favorite band, so particularly Kiss news as it happens. Yeah, check out my description for links to do with everything to do with my site, including my own music. And yeah, like this video if you like what you saw, subscribe to my channel if you've been enjoying my videos, and ring the notification bell too if you want to be notified whenever I upload a new video. I'll catch you guys again real soon. Really stoked to check out the Live in Virginia Beach installment of Off the Soundboard. Should be cool.